Hello, hello, and welcome back to the channel. As most of you know, I'm Topher. And for those of you who don't know and just randomly decided to click on my video, welcome to the channel. I'm Topher. Thank you for stopping by. So we're here to do a reaction, and we're diving into something I meant to do months ago. Like, I made this shirt months ago with the anticipation of reacting to the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Once and Always special that they were doing on Netflix, and I just got distracted by life. But you know what? Better late than never. So I got my shirt on. Y'all can't really see it from this distance, but maybe future Topher will remember to put a picture of it up close in editing. We've got our Power Rangers memorabilia back there. Got my little metal lunchbox I take with me to work almost every day. My little Pink Ranger pop figurine. And this was something I got for Secret Santa when I was working at Busch Gardens. I don't know which Power Ranger series this mask is from. Maybe you guys do. Like it's obviously not Mighty Morphin, and I don't think it's one of the earlier series, but I kept it nonetheless because I love me some Power Rangers, and maybe it's a reason for me to go back and watch some of the other series that I haven't watched. So, but anyway, we're gonna dive into this and just live in the nostalgia. Full reaction, full unedited reaction will be available over on Patreon. Link will be down in the description, as well as early access to a lot of my other reactions. And yeah, let's just dive into this and see where it goes. One fateful day in 1993, the evil sorceress Rita Repulsa escaped her space dumpster prison and attacked Earth. 5 teenagers with attitude had their lives changed forever when Zordon chose them to defend the planet. In the decades since, many more heroes have continued their legacy. The people of Earth rest easy knowing their home is protected by the Power Rangers. Billy!
Honeys, grind him into blue dust!
Yeah, even just seeing the names in the credits, it's like a little tour down memory lane of some of the early Power Rangers.
Distress call and zipped here as fast as we could.
Okay, who's playing the Green Ranger though?
That's Rita Repulsa? The robot look is not for her.
She'll look better on a junk heap.
Destroy them all!
So I don't think Jason David Frank was involved in this project, and this was released shortly before his unfortunate passing. So I'm not sure who's playing the Green Ranger. God, it's been what, 30 years? And it still slaps. That theme still slaps. The Power Rangers theme, the Pokemon first anime theme. Classics. Never get old. I believe the actress who played Rita Repulsa also passed in the interim time. So that's how we're riding out. So obviously we know the actress who played Trini passed decades ago at this point. It still sucks to see. Wow, it hurts me to see it enacted on screen. I'm glad that they did give her...
No, Mint's too smart for that.
I'm glad they did give her some sort of
School is out.
attention on screen.
You can't decide quick on how to tell someone the worst news of their life. It's always just been her and Trini. She doesn't have anybody else.
Oh.
Who's gonna...
I'm trying making Trini a single mother and then having her die off screen. Well, on screen.
She needs to know that Rita Repulsa killed her mom.
Well, she knows. Okay, time jump. Okay, so she takes after her mama. Come on, leg lift. You better fight for this balance, girl.
Hey, you think they've made any headway finding Robo Rita?
We can ask them when we see them.
Okay. Wait, one more thing. Did you get the flowers?
Flowers?
Just like, don't you play with me.
Thanks. Is it me or did that sound like...
Not y'all transforming at my... I mean, you didn't have to, like, throw the flowers.
Unhappy anniversary, Rangers!
That's Robo Rita, isn't it?
An ambush.
I even reforged some of my old minions. Snizzard and Minotaur.
Rows and rows of human
Out here talking about a walk down memory lane. They're like, we're gonna give y'all all the nostalgia. Bomb.
We gotta take her down. I've been training for this.
Cardinal.
Baby girl, you can't fight her right now. We haven't given you a morpher yet. You're not ready for this.
Moves. But mine are better.
No. Not action figure, Jason.
Start to my collection.
Time to finish.
Oh, no, baby.
Against my new
Don't you dare touch Kimberly. No. Not Kim.
like fish in a barrel.
Zach, Billy!
We can't win here. Power down. Man, car now.
And see, like, they're the only ones who keep unmasking because they're the only actors we acquired for this. At least from the original Mighty Morphin. That's why everyone else is getting captured and turned into dolls.
Well played, Cranston. Fly while you can. Soon, every Power Ranger will be where I want them. Much like your training.
Not you disrespecting Trini's name. I do appreciate how much attention they're giving her throughout this, though.
This is Ranger business, not teenage girl that has homework due business, okay?
Make me a
Told
ranger.
Mom, this is personal. You know
She said,
how
I'm getting
hard I've worked.
vengeance.
Let me finish. If Mom could do it, so can I. This is her legacy.
I mean, to be
I
fair,
can
Mom
help.
did start being a
I'm really
teenager
sorry,
in
but
high
you
school.
can't. You're not a ranger,
Those monsters would overpower you in a second.
and we can't risk losing you two.
That's why
The
you
best
give
thing
me
that
a
we can do
morpher
for
and give
everyone
me
is just to stay
powers.
out of trouble
I'm a
and
teenager
let
with
us sort this
attitude.
out.
Says the guy who caused all this.
Ooh.
We all know that if it wasn't for you, my mom would still be here.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
it stung, huh? Good.
Again, I say she's a teenager with attitude, so maybe you should
Let's
consider
get
giving her a
Cranston
morpher.
It has the scanners we need.
Thanks, Alpha 9.
Oh, greetings, Zach.
If the people upstairs only knew they had the world's smartest robot right beneath their feet.
Still such a charmer. It's good to see you again. Been a while. I guess life is busy when you're raising a teenager with attitude.
Oh, man definitely has that.
Yes, again,
Right, Bill?
teenagers with attitude. Give her the goddamn morpher.
My monster scan has found something. Looks like a live video feed.
So obviously, this is just like the Mighty Morphin power base. Are all the other...
It's all over the world.
We knew she would
That
return.
was my question. Are all the other ranger
Alpha
groups
9,
like
it's
in
time.
charge of
Yes, sir.
protecting different parts of the world?
Attention all Power Ranger teams.
There we go.
Protocol initiated. Get to your assigned stations now.
If I
That
remember
answers
the
that
plan
question.
correctly, visitors in 3, 2, 1.
1 minute, I'm helping out at JJ's
Hey,
junior
Kat.
karate camp, and the next I'm sneaking off to the bathroom to teleport. Seriously? Vendora Protocol's happening. Robo Rita's back?
Hey.
Guys, is this really another training exercise?
Yes, Rocky.
Because, hello?
Not a ranger? Not yet, you mean?
Go on ahead, girl. You
Pay for what you
whack
did,
that
Rita.
stick with your sticks. I mean, if y'all were just gonna leave the morpher out there in the open for her to get, then
Sounds like you barely got away.
you shouldn't be surprised
Yeah,
that
but how many putties
that
are
she was gonna grab it. I'm surprised she didn't grab it sooner.
It's
Like, literally the putties are doing absolutely nothing. All they do is they just kind of bob grimacingly and knock some stuff on the floor.
All these years and they still sound like angry turkeys.
Then let's carve them up.
Oh no! The team's about to find themselves in a monster sandwich.
Then why don't you send them a message and let them
This is a
know?
worldwide alert to all Power Rangers. Minotaur is tracking you. As long as you're morphed, he can find you. You must power down. Do you hear me? Power down or he'll find you.
I'm kind of in the middle of saving the world.
Work, Alpha.
Rangers, look, look. My new scans picked up activity in a concentrated spot on the lunar surface.
Rita's Moon Palace. If she's making herself at home, then our friends and Rita's machine must be there too.
What's that?
It's an incoming call.
For more Rangers?
We got the protocol alert. Our ship
Hey.
is sending to you from the Sirius system.
So, she got Jason, Kimberly, and Tommy. It's rough, especially for you, Kat.
I'm not even going to tell JJ what happened to his father because he'll be home soon. We're going to get Tommy, all of them back, today.
Right.
Are you married to Tommy?
You got this.
Oh, and Billy, that stealth tech you designed for us. It's a game changer. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
I bet you I can use that stealth technology I developed for Adam and Aisha.
I bet you can too, Billy. Love that big brain of yours.
They're made of metal, right? Maybe we can exploit that.
I mean, she's holding her own. But then she's gonna use the Morpher, and then Minotaur is gonna come track her down and then kidnap her.
Sorry. Am I interrupting? You guys are in for a treat. It's Morphin time! Saber-tooth tiger!
It didn't come with an instruction manual.
Messing with this place was a big mistake.
Okay.
Time for hip-hop keto.
So it doesn't seem like it's all completely stunt doubles, because obviously the people in the suits are not these guys, except for when they take off their masks. But like, okay, they're doing some of their own fight choreo, some of it, maybe not all of it, but they okay.
All right, we're set.
Please don't drop it.
The trap.
It's Morphin time. Triceratops.
Pterodactyl.
Tyrannosaurus! Another 3 Rangers just morphed in Angel Grove.
Shall we? Just go then.
She's like, well, y'all just get out here already.
Than I thought.
Bingo.
Surprise, Rangers.
Right there is perfect.
What is this?
Like your hairy friend said, a surprise.
Thanks. I hate it.
Bye now.
Yes, the trap's holding.
But for how long?
We'll be back soon, and when that happens, I need you to be here. Alpha will keep you company.
Not if I steal one of these things and become invisible, he won't.
Nice.
Let's make it quick. Alpha, send us to Rita's lair.
On it.
Ah, that's my foot.
Oops. Ugh, ow. Sorry. I know I have heavy feet. Better get ready for what's coming. Hey, no.
Mind if I borrow?
I don't think that's a good idea.
Okay, thanks, bye!
But... ay, 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 ay.
Lord. But baby girl, you already know that the Morpher didn't work for you.
Help! They're after my boyfriend! That way!
Okay, come on, gay representation.
This won't hurt.
Hey, boyfriend, how you doing? Yeah, jump out of the way. Yeah! Just another day in Angel Grove.
Hey, girlie, did you take a wrong turn?
You don't remember me from the cemetery? You messed with my people. And your boss killed my mom!
My people.
Work for an intergalactic war criminal. You'll need to be a lot more specific.
Fair.
I'm Min Kwan. And you're about to face the saber-toothed tiger!
Say, baby girl, you still haven't had a crash course on how to make this work.
Saber-toothed tiger!
Now what do we have here? Another kid playing the hero. I tend to make that difficult. Ask your mom.
If I can't morph, then I'll take you down the old-fashioned way.
Stick to what you know, baby girl. Now, why Rita would think leaving 4 lone putties to guard this would be a good idea, I don't know. Because again, they are useless minions. They do nothing.
Snizzard is a piece of work.
Tommy, look at you.
Cat. No.
It's like,
Snizzard
no,
created these snakes.
bad girl.
What does your scanner say?
If we don't destroy that monster, we can't move any of them without causing them harm.
So back to the junkyard, or
What is that?
So basically what
no.
Min was saying, destroy them.
That's what she's been up to.
Is that some kind of space barrel?
No, it's a space dumpster. Rita's creating a time portal.
That's what she came out of back when we...
Yes, when Zordon recruited us.
So Rita's trying to contact her younger self. But why?
Why? So many reasons.
What? Min, are you okay?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean
Shush!
to.
Girl.
The adults are
Yes,
talking.
please.
Have you
I got
figured
time
it
for you.
out, Billy? Or I'll pass through this portal and give years of knowledge to my younger self.
Kill the
making us
younger Rangers.
Absolutely unstoppable. We'll kill your do-gooding teenage selves in their sleep before Zordon even thinks to make you Rangers.
You think you can rewrite 30 years of history with some tin pot gadget?
Careful.
I mean,
your friends
yeah, she
are
can.
charging my machine. Oh, your mom will be a first for me, Min. I've never killed anyone twice before.
Hold that thought.
Lord, your aim is shit, Billy. He was like 6 feet away from you.
Share her fate.
Not you following in your mama's footsteps. But is that just the jolt she needed to get the Morpher to finally recognize her?
Yes.
Min,
Not her mama's entire life playing before her eyes.
Mom?
You know what this means, right?
go on. You want to say it?
You kidding?
I guess 3rd time's a charm.
It's Morphin time!
Pterodactyl! Triceratops!
Saber-toothed tiger!
Tyrannosaurus!
Power Rangers! Whoa, it actually worked!
You're a ranger.
A legit ranger!
Putties, surround them.
Again, why you keep using these damn putties that don't do a damn thing? Mama Rita, I need you to do better.
Did we plan a phase
Like, just
3?
make more of your monsters. At least they
Phase
seem
3 is
somewhat
laying the smackdown?
competent.
Thanks, Rock.
I always love that damn bow and arrow.
Twice. You don't want to hurt your tiny little friends.
She's right. To free them, we have to destroy Snizzard.
Good luck with
I
that.
would've just shot Rita straight in the head.
Agreed. I don't understand. What did we do?
It's like, that's why you hurting me.
Let's see them try to.
Like I said, hit her on the head or stab her through the abdomen. That works too.
That's enough out of her.
Straight up murders Rita. That's enough out of her.
One problem down.
This is what we all came for. Now, how they gonna get to the moon? I don't know.
So, how the heck do you drive this thing?
Do what I do.
Stick shift.
You'll find it second nature.
Rocky, now!
Lord, that's a savage murder.
Billy, how's the reptile?
As cold-blooded as ever. But we have room for 3 more in here.
Oh, yeah. I have been looking forward to this.
Together!
Shattered circuits can't keep a bad voice down.
Like, I know how to play dead.
Is that what I think it is?
Oh, great. The portal. We gotta move.
Systems back
Yes,
online.
yes, you
Just
do.
have to...
What do you think? Time to end this?
Oh, definitely.
I mean, it was time to end it like 5 minutes ago. Come on. Lop its head off. Or just jab it in the side. That works too. Oh, okay, I guess a nick to the side is all it took. Okay. Everybody else, we just running them straight through the abdomen. But here, we're just gonna do a little on the side and call it a day.
Renaissance begins.
Sit down! Shut up!
Rocky, get the other Rangers, quick!
Right behind you. Take the shot, Cat.
What?
With pleasure.
Time to conquer and kill you all.
Shut her down!
Oh, not you talking about I'll kill you all. Son. You out here firing bazookas at her. I mean,
Is that
yes.
it? Is she gone?
Affirmative. It's over.
Like I
Are you
said,
sure?
man,
Because
we
you
always
seem to think it was over when you stabbed her through the abdomen and
Missed
she
all
came
the
right
action,
back.
But I'm glad you made it. All the rescued Rangers are secure in your spaceship's med bay and in stable condition.
Well, our course for Aquitar is all set. The equations will fix them up in no time. You sure you don't
Come
want
on,
to join us?
Aquitar.
You know, Sestria did say she missed you.
No, but I'll be there soon. I still have some company matters that I gotta tie up before I can get back to my old adventures.
It's been a wild ride, but I'm ready to get back to JJ. Being a parent is almost as challenging as being a ranger.
You think that's tough? I didn't even get lunch. Somebody threw out my noodles.
Sorry.
Not your noodles.
Relax, relax. Don't blow a circuit. I'm just kidding.
I'm glad the Saber-Tooth Tiger legacy is in great hands.
It's an honor.
Time to fire up the teleporter?
Look at this place. I mean, it's as if nothing's changed. It's just a little bit smaller, maybe?
Maybe we've grown. You two want smoothies? I want to know if they still have Ernie's recipe.
Sure.
Sure.
Is this where we get to see Bulk and Skull?
Mom always said she missed you when you were in space. I mean, I'll miss you and...
I forgive you.
Mint?
It's not your fault.
It's just
But I've been
Before you
harboring
go.
all this resentment towards you for a while
all
now.
that stuff. Mom's passing. I said it was your fault, and that wasn't fair.
You didn't say anything about me that I haven't told myself a million times. You're a good kid. We're all looking out for you. And I'm really glad you looked out for me too.
You mean Rita's blast? I had to. Your family.
Family, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Is that why you
Family.
thought it was okay to borrow my flying car?
Okay, that was Ranger business.
I'm sorry. The Radbug is proprietary technology. You're grounded.
You think you can ground me?
I said your family. I didn't say you're my daddy.
Look at you two. What were the memories like?
It was weird.
It's like it was in the
It's like-
90s.
I felt how much all of you meant to her.
She meant a lot to us too.
I wouldn't even be here if she didn't overcome her fear of heights and get me out of a really nasty cliffhanger.
Mom was afraid of heights? Okay, what else didn't she tell me?
That time that shell shock made her run and she couldn't stop.
Wasn't that the weirdo with the traffic light on his back?
A traffic light man?
No, it wasn't a man. It was a turtle.
A turtle?
Yeah, it's traffic light turtle.
Oh my goodness.
Aww. This movie was missing some Amy Jo Johnson's vocals. Okay, that was a fun little walk down memory lane. There are a lot of things that I think that they did really, really well. Of course, there are things that I would change a little bit. If I had my way, I would have all of the, well, hey, if I had my way, it would be significantly longer. It would either be a full, at least an hour and a half, if not a full hour 45, almost 2 hour movie. Like it would be a feature, so we could spend a little bit more time exploring stuff, a little bit more time reintroducing some other characters, and then I would also have just like all of the Rangers I could possibly muster up, and I'm assuming they probably tried to get as many as they could, which is why we kind of got these scattered Rangers from these different universes and whatnot. And they showed us like the little figurines from different seasons, different series and whatnot. So obviously, you know, it's still very referential, but I would have loved to see like Andros from space and so many of my other, maybe some of the Wild Force, some of the Ninja Rangers, you know, I would have loved to see some of the Turbo. Well, I guess Rocky was there, but yeah, like I would have gathered as many of the Rangers as I possibly could. Would have made it a little bit longer so we could explore things, or turned it into like a mini series of something. So like it was cute for what it was, a nice it really felt like a love letter to the fans and to Trini. It was really paying a lot of great homage to Trini, and I was very happy to see that. I was curious to see how they were going to go about writing her out of the show, because obviously she was not going to be able to take part in it. And I think that they did a really good job of writing her out and also explaining how Rita became this robot, why she became this robot, blah, blah, blah. Because again, I believe her actress has also passed since that time. So it was a really good job that they did there, covering those bases and covering the fact that they didn't have Amy Jo Johnson or Jason David Frank, and they said they had Jason's, I forget Jason's actor's name right now, but they didn't have them, so they just had stand-ins in the suits, and then okay, they get captured and turned into dolls. Like they did a good job of piecing together the story with the Rangers they were able to get. And I love, like, the visuals were actually really, really nice. Like, I don't know, sometimes when they bring back some of these older things and try to like revamp it and whatnot, I always get a little bit worried that they're going to try and change it too much. But the visuals still it just felt like they polished them up just enough. So like the putties, they still felt very much like the same putties I watched when I was a kid. The Ranger suits felt like the exact same Ranger suits I saw. The Megazord, especially when all of like the Zord parts were like coming out of their locales, coming out of their hiding spaces and whatnot, like that looked like this same footage that we would have seen back in 93, 94 when they were calling their Zords. Like the visuals looked pretty similar, and it felt like they were keeping that nostalgia intact, but they just cleaned it up a little bit. So like when the putties would get smashed into bits, like they turned into this mud, but like the mud or the clay that they turned into, you could tell like that was refined digitally. And just a couple other things like that. So it's like they used the upgrades in technology to refine it just enough without completely changing it and making it look like, oh, this is just some big old garbled CGI mess. So I really, really liked that. Some of the acting was a little questionable at times, I won't lie. If I take off my nostalgia glasses, I'm sitting here watching, listening like, I don't know if I believe the things you're saying right now. But that's okay. That's okay. I'm sure if I went back and watched the original Power Rangers, it would fall in line with that. Kind of, you know, that early cheesy 90s teen soap opera. So in that sense, it falls in line with the nostalgia that we were keeping up. And yeah, it was enjoyable. It was an enjoyable little romp down memory lane. But like I said, I would have loved to had it be more extended. So I'd have loved to either turn it into a mini series, maybe like 3, 4, 5 episodes where we kind of explore things just so we have more time to flesh things out, or make it like a full-length feature. But it was cute for what it was. Like I said, they paid a lot of great homage to Trini, which I was very happy to see. Just throughout the pictures on the mantle, the little flashbacks that they were having, they talked about her nonstop. So I'm like, I appreciate how much homage they were paying to her, because she was an important part of the team, and it was such a tragedy when we lost her because she was so young. But yeah, and I like the little tribute they did there at the end with both to Trini and to Tommy, because like I said in the beginning, that's a sad situation. That Tommy broke me. I was still like a young kid when Trini passed, so like I remember it happening, but like Tommy, that one hurt. So I like that we had that little bit of tribute there towards the end, and yeah, it was a cute little love letter to the fans. Lots of Easter eggs, lots of little featurettes. We didn't get Bulk and Skull, but we did get, I think, Bulk's face on like a billboard or something when the putties were attacking that we kind of crashed through. And you know, we got mentions of, you know, Aquitar, and mentions of this place or that person or that, you know, lots of little things just kind of sprinkled through. So like, if you were a fan of the series growing up, there are a lot of things for you to kind of latch onto, like, oh hey, I remember that. You know, it just felt like a love letter to the fans. So yeah, this was fun. I'm glad I finally got around to doing it. So hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on notifications to be notified when all of my shenanigans get posted. If there's anything else you'd like me to react to, be sure to leave it down in the comments. I'll get to it as soon as I possibly can. If you'd like to support the channel in other ways, you're more than welcome to join us over on Patreon. You don't have to, but you're more than welcome to if you want to. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Love ya. Mwah.